Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. God bless you. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jana Duggar has been the talk of the town these days. The Duggar news star announced her return from her long hiatus. It started with her giving viewers an update about her tiny home in Arkansas. She had just renovated it. Later, viewers spotted an engagement ring in her hand and predicted she would tie the knot soon. She did so with Wissmann. Fans have been curious about Jana and Stephen's married life. She did provide an update about it through her weekly vlog. It was all about how she was finally leaving Arkansas and moving to Nebraska with her husband. It's a big milestone for Jana, as most of the Duggar kids have preferred staying in Arkansas, close to their parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle. Duggar News. Jana Duggar starting her married life by moving away from Arkansas. It was a delight for Duggar News followers to find out Jana finally got her happily ever after. Unlike her siblings, who got married young, she tied the knot at 34. She reconciled with her boyfriend, Wissmann, this year, and the rest is history. At first, Jana was living with her parents and young siblings in the Arkansas compound. But Jana took charge of her life and moved into a house of her own close to her parents' place. But now that she is married to Wissmann, the couple will be beginning their happily ever after from Nebraska. In a YouTube video, the eldest Duggar daughter mentioned how she was in the process of revamping her and Stephen's fixer-upper in Nebraska before moving. Jana gave major updates about the project. She mentioned how she sourced some material from Arkansas itself. After all, she and her siblings have been into flipping houses. They learned it from their father, Jim Bob Duggar, who is a big name in the real estate field in Arkansas. Jana is someone who is passionate about such projects. Fans are happy to see Jana making such a decision and hitting a major milestone in her life with her husband, Wissmann. They are all set for their new beginning in Nebraska. They were in the middle of installing shelves and cabinets in the vlog about the renovation update. Duggar News. Jana celebrates 1-month marriage anniversary with hubby Wissmann. Out of all the eldest Duggar siblings, Jana was the last one to tie the knot. At first, Duggar News followers used to worry that she was prioritizing her family's needs before her own and wanted her to choose for herself. Well, she finally did so and tied the knot with her boyfriend, Wissmann. It was quite an event with more than 500 wedding guests. As it's been over a month since the celebration, Jana ended up making a sweet post about her husband. She wished him a belated 1-month anniversary. She shared rare pictures of the couple. Some were from when they were dating and others were from their wedding anniversary. Jana also said that life with him always keeps getting better. Jana also admitted to smiling whenever she thinks of all the sweet moments she has shared with her husband. Over the years, the Duggar family has found itself in many controversies. It happened when Josh Duggar's dark past and recent crimes saw the light of day. Duggar News followers realized that, in some ways, their lifestyle had something to do with it. After all, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggars were devoted to following the IBLP lifestyle started by Bill Gothard. However, many Duggar siblings were able to recognize the toxicity associated with it and ended up ditching the teachings and abandoning that lifestyle. Well, Jana Duggar has been one of them with her husband, Vengeful. After unlearning and learning a lot and coming so far, Jana appeared in a new podcast to share her views on something controversial. Duggar News. Jana sets the record straight about her views on abjuration. Over the few years, Jana Duggar made a name for herself on her own. She decided to address all the controversies going on in her family since Josh's imprisonment. After being a part of the IBLP lifestyle, she began to recognize its toxicity and began to disassociate herself from it. Her husband, Vengeful, also helped her through this. Jana was one of the guests in a brand new podcast with Leela Rose. She wanted to know about the latter's views about abortion, being a Christian woman. While Duggar News followers know Jana had unlearned a lot of teachings, they wanted to know her stand on this. She summed it up in one sentence: "Life matters to God, so it matters to me." Jinger gave an example of her youngest sister, Josie, who was born 25 weeks gestation. She explained how God wanted her to survive, so she did. Duggar News followers understood that Jinger is pro-life. Because of this, she received a lot of mixed responses. Viewers who agreed with her religious beliefs lauded her, while others tried to troll her for her viewpoint. Duggar News. Jeremy Vuolo called out Jim Bob's religious practices. Said they were devilish. It's not uncommon for Jeremy Vuolo and his wife, Jinger Vuolo, to call out toxic beliefs and teachings associated with their religion. While Duggar News followers know they are still devoted Christians, they have a very different outlook towards it. Recently, Jeremy Vuolo was also invited to become a part of Costi Hins for the Gospel Christian podcast. That's when Jeremy explained the meaning of legalism, in which a person believes they can get salvation only by obeying rules instead of being devout. He was against this. He feels this term distorts the character of God, as it teaches people that the Almighty will only be happy once people follow a certain set of rules. The star called it devilish. Viewers know that Michelle and Jim Bob Duggars were big IBLP followers, and legalism is one of their teachings. They have been wondering if it was Jeremy's way of taking a dig at his father-in-law. So far, Jim Bob Duggar has not responded to it. Everyone cheered her on through the comments section. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for more Duggar News updates.